9.4 is on volumes of prisms and cylinders. Now volume kind of signifies what something can hold. How much space is inside of that. And we always calculate it by the number of little cubes could be placed in there. 1 by 1 by 1 cubes, or 1 cubic unit. If they're feet, then it'd be cubic feet. If it's inches, it's cubic inches. But how many of these little cubes can be placed inside of this figure? So this is what they're talking about. So we know we've got 15 cubes on the bottom, because there's 5 across, 3 wide. So it's 15, but then we multiply those 15 because 4 of them go high. So it'd be 5 times 3 times 4. Or 15 times 4, which is 60 cubic units. So that's how you figure it out. You take the area of the base, whatever that is, and you multiply it times the height. Just like we did back here. The area of the base was 15. 3 times 5 is 15. Then we multiplied it times the height. So this volume of anything just about is area of the base times the height. So when we find the volume of this, we know volume is the area of the base times the height. The area of the base is length times width. So that's 7 times 4, but then you multiply that times 5. So 28 times 5 is 140. This time it's cubic inches, or inches cubed. Make sure that you label them correctly. In this one, you have a triangle for a base. So the area of the base times the height for a triangle is 1/2 of base of the triangle, 8 times 6. But then you multiply it times the height of the whole pyramid. Remember, the height is the distance between the two bases, which is 3. So the volume is 24 times 3, or 72 cubic feet. Cubic feet. Area of the base times the height. Try these and then I'll go over them and see if you get them right. Volume is area of the base times the height, which is 9 times 4 times 6, which is 36 times 6, which is, let's see, 196 feet cubed. 36 times 6. Oh, did I do that right? 216. I must have calculated in my head wrong. 216. This one, the volume is 5 times 5 times 5, because you area the base is 5 times 5, but then you multiply it times the height, which is 5. So the volume is 5 cubed, or 125 centimeters cubed. This one, the volume, area of the base times the height. The area of the base is a triangle, so it's 1/2 of 7 and 7 times 10. So that's 49 halves times 10, which is 24.5 times 10, or 245 inches cubed. Cylinders are almost exactly like that. It's the area of the base times the height. The area of the base of a cylinder is pi r squared. Because it's a circle. So pi r squared times the height. That's the volume of a cylinder. That's what they have right here, pi r squared h. It says, how do the radius and height of a mug compare to the radius and height of a dog bowl? Well, it's the same height, but the radius is 3 times as much. the radius is 3 times as much. Find the volume to a whole number. Well, the volume of this one is pi r squared h. So pi times 2 squared times 3. This is 4. 4 times 3 is 12, which is approximately 12 times pi is 37.7 or 38 feet cubed. This one, the radius is 1, the height is 5, because the height is the distance between the two bases. So pi r squared h is pi times 1 squared times 5. So that's 5 pi, or approximately 15.7 or 16 inches cubed. This one gives you a diameter instead of a radius. You got to really be careful about that. So the radius is 2. So it's pi times 2 squared times the height. So that's 40 pi. Which is 126 meters cubed. And that's it for section 9.4.